The BOSS program, initially launched in July 2020, can be classified as hardly a benefit to public workers. To establish the premise of BOSS's failure to meet objectives, the following criteria should be understood. What has been the monthly uptake of bonds since the implementation of the BOSS program? How many bonds per month are being kept by civil servants? How many bonds per month are being resold to the central bank by civil servants? How many bonds per month are being absorbed by the central bank? How many civil servants choose to keep their bonds since the initial issue? A monthly cap of $8.5 million worth of bonds are issued every month. In the first month of the program, the Central Bank of Barbados reported an uptake of $4.6 million, or 54.1% worth of bonds. Public servants opted to keep $1.2 million worth of bonds, or 14.1%, and opted to resell $3.4 million, or 40% of those bonds, to financial institutions. This indicates that $3.1 million, or 45.9% worth of bonds were left unused in the first month of the BOSS program. No increases in previous performance were reported to date. The BOSS program, initially intended to last 18 months, was a bid to reduce government's wage bill by $153 million and direct those funds to capital works projects. The outcome was to reduce a fiscal expense, i.e. wages, and to redirect this recurrent expense into debt payments stretched out over 4 years. The program is heavily undersubscribed to date and no longer attractive to civil servants due to the increased need for cash to meet climbing daily expenses. In October 2020, Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Renstron, indicated that bonds not taken up will be resold to the public via the central bank. He also indicated that subscriptions to BOSS were due to drop as damages from the pandemic seeped in. Throughout the year 2020 to 2021, drastic price increases in cost of living, lockdowns and curfews, reduced work days, delays in payments, damages from ashfall and Hurricane Elsa would have increased the likelihood of civil servants requesting cash instead of keeping bonds. The attractiveness of BOSS bonds leans towards high-income civil servants who can afford to absorb reductions in disposable income during severe shocks such as the pandemic. It also leans towards financial institutions who are seeking higher rates of return and less risk of loss as compared to other riskier low-yield investments available on the island. With the initial uptake of BOSS so low, the dire performance of the Barbados economy would have deteriorated any chance of an increase in bond uptake by civil servants since the start of the program. Due to poor participation in the BOSS program by civil servants, an over-reliance on the central bank to absorb these BOSS bonds is occurring to balance the undersubscription. The hardship of the Barbados economy does not incentivize a civil servant to opt to keep those bonds till maturity. Therefore, civil servants will not benefit from the attached rate of return. Due to a majority absorbing of these bonds, the benefit will be captured by the Central Bank of Barbados or any other financial institution or person who can afford to operate on less cash during perilous times such as like the pandemic. My name is Kemar Stuart. Thank you for listening.